Alright, so we're going to have a don't come class, and we're going to talk strictly about the don'ts. So I'm going to work it back from the don't pass over to the don't come, okay? So first off, have you started? Hello guys, welcome back for everybody at home and our students. This is, by the way, this is all for our students. So we have a student thing on YouTube, so if you ever want to go back, we record this for you guys as well. And for our YouTube audience that are our students, that, you know, we have a YouTube. Okay, so here we go. So we're going to go over the don'ts. So the don'ts, very simply, is the don'ts, same rules apply. You got to have the minimum, whatever the minimum table, got to have a minimum bet, all right? You have to start on the don't pass bar when the puck is off, on the come out roll only, okay? This is not a contract bet. The person can choose to pick this up at any time. They don't have to leave the bet. When you bet the pass line, there's a number established. That's a contract bet. They can't touch, they can't take away from this bet, okay? They can add to the bet if they really want to, but they can't take away from it, okay? Once you're on the don't pass bet, okay, you know you need a, what do you need to win? What do you need to win? 2 or 3. 2 or 3. 12 is a push. Atlantic City, if you ever in Atlantic City and some East Coast places, 2 is push. 2 is push. It'll say it right on there, okay? Now, this is referred to as the don't pass bar, but it really is the don't pass and the bar 12 is what it means. 12 is the even, okay? But a lot of dealers refer to it as the bar, don't pass bar. It's, you know, don't get hung up in stupid terminology, okay? It's a don't pass bar, whatever you want to call it, okay? All right. So when someone starts out on the don't pass, they want a 2 or 3 to win. They're betting against the shooter, okay? You're allowed to shoot from the don'ts, okay? You're basically shooting against yourself, right? Whereas you're on the pass line, you want to roll numbers. On the don't pass, you want 7 before the number once there's a number rolled, right? So once there's a number rolled, we come out on a point, let's say 5. And now you want a 7 before the 5, okay? Right? 7 before 5 wins, okay? Now, the one thing I will tell you is this. I will not let someone start. If on the come out roll, if they want to bet the don'ts, they have to bet in the don't pass line, okay? Not in the don't come bar, all right? Now, the reason why I bring this up is you're going to have players, okay? You're going to have players who bet the come on the come out roll. Don't bet the pass line. The reason for that is they want you to service their bets, okay? Or they just don't know the game. Normally, what you'll tell them is, listen, you know, I will push your money off on the line and say it's the same thing with coming out. That's where you play your bet on the line, okay? But I have had customers, especially people who have disability or just get, you know, lose track of their bets. You know, I will let them play here. It's the same thing. 7-Eleven pays, hand out the money. If a number rolls, let's say the 5 rolls, I'll bring them onto the 5, and now I'm servicing their bet for them, right? I'm reminding them, you know, when to add odds, that type of thing, okay? But you notice how there's plenty of room here to do that, right? It's not really interfering with what I'm doing, okay? The opposite is true of the don't come, okay? If someone, I will not let them pay the don't come on a come out roll. I will absolutely insist that they go to the don't pass. The reason for that is you already don't have a lot of money, don't have a lot of room here, and if now you're trying to squeeze their bet behind here actively with a lay, everything else, it just becomes a lot of nonsense, okay? So that's the one exception. Now, other dealers might deal with that differently, but that's what I have sort of put forth, okay? All right. So let's get back to our scenario, okay? Don't pass. So don't pass. Let's get again on the 5, all right? Now the next thing they can do once the point's established is they can lay against their flat bet, a lay. On a 3, 4, 5 game, you can always bet 6 times your flat bet as a lay, okay? It's reverse odds, okay? So let's say I have a bet here on the pass line, okay? I could take how many odds on the 5? How much?
6.
On the pass line. 4 times. So I could take 20, right? $20 odds, okay? Now here's what I'm gonna help you work this out backwards in your head a little bit, because you're not always gonna have 3, 4, 5 times odds. You have casinos that have 10 times odds. And this is how you figure out what they can lay. How much does this pay? If it wins. If the 5 wins, how much does this pay? The odds. 30? 30. That's what you can lay. 30. Okay? or 6 times your bet, okay, on any number on a 3, 4, 5 game. However, if it's 10 times odds, okay, 10 times odds on a table, that means I could take how many odds in back here? 50. And how much does 50 pay? 75. That's what you can lay on a 10 times table, okay? So if you ever get in a situation where you can't figure out what there is to lay, because a lot of station casinos, for example, have 10 times odds. All you do is you figure it out from the pass line, and that's the answer for the lay on the don't pass. Do you understand? Okay. So if it's 20 times odds, 20 times odds, how much can they take odds here? 100, right? What does 100 pay? 150. That's what they can lay. Okay, because the don't lay can always win whatever the odds, right? This 150 is going to pay 100. You follow? So on any game, no matter what the odds are, whatever the odds pay on the regular line bet is what you can lay on the don't pass, okay? If you go to a place that has 6 times odds or 5 times, whatever the case is, okay? A lot of strip properties, 3, 4, 5. There's still some double odds places, 10 times odds, 20, and even 100 times odds in the Cromwell, okay? So again, all right. Let's move back. Okay, now we're gonna sort of use this because again, I'm less of a math guy, right? I'm more of a units and pieces guy. Troy's a better math guy, okay? And a way to deal with this is units and pieces, sort of the same thing, okay? Now, on the 5, I could take 20 odds if I was here, right? That's real easy. You guys are going to know this automatically. That means that my max lay on the don'ts is going to pay 20 bucks, okay? That's another way of looking at it. Or, every 3 is going to get me 2, right? It's the exact opposite of the line. It's called reverse odds, okay? Or a lay, all right? Now, there's a couple different terminologies you have to be familiar with, all right? So, a lay against this flat bet is sometimes called reverse odds or a lay, okay? A direct lay or a straight lay, direct lay, is a lay that they pay where they pay a commission to go behind the number for the convenience of that bet. We're gonna get to that in a minute, okay? So if I have a $10 bet on the pass line, 3, 4, 5, what's the odds? What odds can I take? 40, right? 40, right? If I have a $10 lay, what is the lay I could take? 60. Yep. 6 times the bet, okay? Or whatever this wins from the pass line. 40 wins 60, $60, okay? 60 is going to pay $40, all right? So you can make all these picture in your head, all right? Now, you notice where I place the lay. The lay always comes first, all right? The lay always comes before the don't pass bet. It comes first. The reason for that is